Nigeria, if you have bad luck, it seems like a death wish.
Why are you in school?
I'm in school because I'm trying.
Okay.
But if there are no opportunities,
but if effort doesn't matter, then you don't need to come to school.
If there are no opportunities in place for me, my choice to be in school then also doesn't matter.
At first, as somebody who grew up in the village, I had this, social, going along with people, strangers, just socialize with people anyhow. But in a city like Lagos, where everybody is moving mad, everywhere in the world. Yes. That's my choice, to be kind to strangers.
Do you think that staying in Nigeria is a choice? Hi, my name is Amanda Dara. I'm a media host, I'm a podcaster and an entrepreneur. My second claim is that we are not a product of the Nigerian economy. We are a product of our choices.
My name is Oluwatamilore, and I actually oppose that claim because by saying that we are a product of our choices, you're sort of making an excuse for the lack of structural facilities that should be put in place. If you say that personal choices should account for our actions, and you give the example of people who actually succeed in the economy, those people are outliers. It's like 1% of the 99% who have tried the exact same thing but failed because they do not have access to certain resources that the people in the 1% probably get. Let's take, for example, a small business owners, or you're saying that, okay, the choice of saving, investment that the person puts is what's going to help that person flourish. But what about the sudden policies that are put in place by the government? Look at the sudden tax law.
They affect the rich.
They affect the rich, but they also
the wealthy, they affect the educated.
But they also affect the poor people too.
Absolutely.
And I'm saying that it's just like you're giving an excuse for the government.
No.
It is.
I can tell you why.
Okay, why?
So why I think so is that what I'm saying by that is not that the economy is the best, but I'm saying that what are you going to do about it? First of all, you can make a choice to actually try and enter politics. It's going to be a long road, or maybe not, or you can, but it's a choice. You can choose to complain, whine, talk about how the economy is affecting you and not do anything, or you can choose to do something.
But I feel that the structure sort of puts a ceiling so low that even effort no longer matters, because we have people who are actually actively working, but the system in Nigeria, if you have bad luck, it seems like a death wish.
Why are you in school?
I'm in school because I'm trying.
Okay.
But if there are no opportunities,
but if effort doesn't matter, then you don't need to come to school.
If there are no opportunities in place for me, my choice to be in school then also doesn't matter.
If there are no opportunities to come to school, is that what you're saying?
No, if there are no job opportunities for me, I took a choice by being in school because I have a good future. I want to get a paying job. But if the structure of the place where I'm in does not give me opportunities, there is no job for me to pick for. It is not my choice to be in a stagnant job market.
Okay.
And if I come out of school and there are no choice, and due to my choice, I do not get a job, what am I going to do? Exactly.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's honest.
Yes,
that's honest.
I don't know what I'm going to do about that.
Are you going to do nothing?
I can't not do nothing. I'm not saying that our choices do not have a role to play. I am just saying that it does not have a measurable role. We are looking at the magnitude.
It does have a measurable role.
We're looking at the magnitude of our choice.
It does. It has a measurable role because whatever outcome of your choices is what will determine your future. You can decide to take a loan to start off a business. You can decide to work for free and prove yourself to someone. You can decide to keep applying for jobs. You can decide to apply to 100 jobs per day. You can decide to do something. Does that mean that when you do those things, you will get the outcome you want all the time? Maybe not. But that's part of why life is the way it is. But yes, the economy is not great. But if you make a choice not to do something, you will keep entering a sinking hole deeper and deeper and keep blaming the economy. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Does that change your perspective?
Maybe? Not particularly.
Not particularly. So why don't you agree with?
I do not agree with the facts where it has to be our personal choices that dictate what.
So you want the government to tell you to come to school?
I don't want the government to tell me to come to school. I just want them to put policies in place.
Like what?
For instance, the American economy, let's take for example, it's not 100% sure, but then there are still chances you get to hold positions, to have jobs.
A lot of people in America are actually complaining about this economy and saying that there are no jobs in this same America that you have spoken about. Thank you. Nice to meet you. What's
My
your
name is Otubogunpe Sadela, but people know me as Moremi.
Okay.
So, about the choices, I think everything boils down to the basic. For example, let me give you a quick instance. Right in my department, a timetable just came out yesterday, and we had to write 3 courses in a day for exam. And many people were like, "Oh, we can't complain. Let's just keep quiet." No. But majority, not a low number of people were like, "Oh, we have to talk. We have to speak up." They keep complaining that people fail in these courses. Why do they now have to put the 3 courses together? So now let's bring everything back to the Nigerian economy.
So are you saying that we have choices?
We have choices to make, because life is not fair. Just the way this man,
one of your able colleagues,
one of my able colleagues, as we're trying to get, life is not fair. I believe that everybody have the equal choices to make. For example, time. Everyone has 24 hours. What are we making of the 24 hours? It just depends on the choices you have. It depends on, I understand that Nigerian economy is not really giving, but at the end of the day, there's something called choice, and it is your desire. For example, one of my colleagues mentioned that she came to school to succeed, to do that.
You don't agree with that? What do you feel about it?
I believe that,
Thank you.
So on the topic I just said, right, that even though the economy is hard, people still have their personal choices that make determine the majority of what they do with their lives.
Yes.
The problem I have with that is now the saying of that it has majority effect on their life. Because when you're living in an economy that demands something else for you, no matter how personal or how your choices are, if it goes in contrary to what happens in your economy, you have this urge to actually go with what is in your environment. And I can give a picture instead of this now. When I went to Lagos at first, right? At first, as somebody who grew up in the village, I had this social going along with people, strangers, just socialize with people anyhow. But in a city like Lagos, where everybody is moving mad, you have this tendency to just, even though I have this to be a very social person. That's my choice, to be kind to strangers. But I can't be that in that situation.
Why?
Because everybody is cruel there. People are cruel.
I absolutely disagree with you. People in Lagos are not cruel.
People in Lagos, but people on the streets.
People are cruel everywhere in the world. People are cruel everywhere in the world.
People are cruel everywhere in the world. Yes. But you see.
Time up. Thank you.
That's it.
Ezekiel Oluwaseyi Agbola, popularly known as Sheyi Ezekiel, and I strongly support the statement that people are a result of their choices and not Nigeria economy.
Why?
So first of all, I would like to state something. God will sell anything apart from his throne to any man at the price of labor. That means
God.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to achieve anything in life, you need divine power. No matter how simple, no matter how simple it is, let me put it that way. If God is not on your side and you strive so hard day in, day out, you do whatever you want to do.
So
if God is not in support of it, you are not going to achieve it.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but then that takes us to saying that we are not even in charge of our choices. It is what God states that happens. So is that what you're trying to say?
Somewhat. Now, that is why the argument of God selling something to man, that's where it comes in.
Okay.
You can convince God to give you something. You have the opportunity to pray to God. You have the opportunity to speak to him. You have the opportunity. Oh my God.
They don't want you to talk. Okay. What do you think?
For the fact that I accept that our choice does matter, but in this country, before we make any choice, there is no way we would not consider Nigeria economy.
Do you think that staying in Nigeria is a choice?
It is. Okay, that's what I said. It's a choice. Staying in Nigeria is a choice. But you have to also consider Nigeria economy to choose, maybe you will stay or you will leave.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
So if you're saying you're going to actually consider the economy, then staying in Nigeria is also part of a choice that you can make. People use boats, planes, ship. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Continuing from what I was saying the other time, I would like not to emphasize much on that aspect because it seems like it's already feeling like a religious stuff. But then, Nigeria economy.
If you believe it, though. But I'm listening to you.
Nigerian economy is not the only economy in the world that is bad.
Yes.
There are economies that are good, and in those countries that have good economy, we have rich people there, we have poor people there, we have the wealthy, we have all other ramifications of people in those countries. Now, those people that are poor are there because I'm trying to say that, okay, in Nigeria, you can say that, okay, people that are poor are there because they did not work. I mean, people that are rich have opportunities more than people that
do you
are
believe
poor.
that? What
Sometimes,
do you believe?
so yeah, of course, people that are rich, they have more opportunities than people that came from poor background or something. But then people who are poor and they strive so hard and they put so much work into their life, their personal development, can always get to the top because everybody started from somewhere. I don't want to take this thing back to the Bible again, but then everybody are still a product of their own choices. If someone comes from a rich family and decides to be very not to be serious with his or her life, the person decides not to like venture into one business, continue with his or her father's or mother's or parents' inheritance, and then work hard and ensure that he gets to improve on their business.
Okay.
And
Thank you, Shay. God I beg.
My name is Philipson, and I totally disagree with the claim.
Okay.
That, with the claim that you gave, yeah. So why do I disagree? So I don't only believe that it is misleading, but I also believe that it is unfair. So let's take a look at a graduate of university riding a bike. It's not his personal choice. It is not his personal choice. It is the situation he finds himself inside. So you can't say our personal choice. We have power over our personal choice in a failing economy like that of Nigeria. We only have two choices. Okay, we know. Okay,
what are the choices you think we have?
Okay. As a normal person, you come to university. After university, it's that you study alongside what you study in university. So it's that you work alongside what you study in university, or you set up a business. So and both is actually going to work depending on the economy of the country you are in. So for example, now, okay, let's say you want to work alongside what you study in university. So it's actually that's where nepotism.
And that's not a choice.
It's not a choice.
What is it?
You're just doing it because you have to do it because you have to follow.
Who told you have to do it?
Oh, because that's what you think you have to do. You are following.
Who told you?
There's already a roadmap for it. There's a roadmap for it.
Who gave you that roadmap?
People that have done it in the past.
People told you from the past that you must follow that path.
Exactly. People that have done it in the past. So they already know that, okay, you must follow that path. So it's like you said, okay, let me give another example. Let me give another.
Thank you so much. That's the end of our second claim.
Thank you.